This week on the Legend of Qutasa, two hopeful leaders scout a local tavern to recruit their team for the Ulandion Games, a friendly meet and greet. What could possibly go wrong? And we are live.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the stream, or welcome to YouTube if you're catching this later. I'd like to just friendly remind you that while we are proud of our product, it bears saying that none of us are actually professional actors or recorders. As such, we are all sitting at home during these difficult times, recording on a myriad of devices and internet qualities. Please give us patience if there are any technical difficulties and/or interruptions from pets and toddlers. We love you all and hope you enjoy the show. Now, to meet the cast, starting with Anna.
Well, hello. I'm Anna. I'm the co-DM. I'll be running tech tonight.
I'm Dallas. I am the co-DM, and I will be running the game tonight.
I'm Elliot, and I'm Theo.
I'm Casey, and I'm Zaxxon.
I'm Kevin, and I'll be playing Edmund.
I'm Lydia. I'll be playing Karma.
Lene, and I'll be playing Victor.
I'm Brandon. I will be playing Lydia.
Princess?
You're on mute, Princess.
Oh, sorry. I am Princess, and I will be playing Aowen.
I am Star, or Karina, and I will be playing Narcissa.
Alright, if I could get everyone to roll initiative, we'll get rolling. Please post your initiative in the Roll20 chat.
Natural 20.
What a way to start.
Ooh, close. 19.
I rolled a 20.
Wow. High rolls.
It's gonna be a good night.
It's all downhill from here.
Yep, exactly.
Oh.
To be fair, I rolled a 4.
I saw that.
Good start.
Oh. Alright. Victor is going to have a higher one because, natural 20. Last but not least, Narcissa went in with that 10. Alright, Victor, you arrive first. Go ahead and tell us what people see when they see your character. You're coming in the south entrance.
Okay.
I apologize, I got out of order. Let me read my set the scene.
I only see myself in the turn order.
That is correct because everyone else is still on the GM layer.
Okay, got it. Cool.
But let me set the scene real fast. There is war in Qutasa. The armies on the field are not filled with traditional rank and file of soldiers and commanders, but engineers and philosophers instead face off against the priests and spiritualists of the ancient peoples on the continent. You see, it is not bloodshed, but industrialization that comes to Qutasa. In the land of unmelting ice, where the mythical giant lizards roam in herds both domestic and wild, and tradition runs as deep as the mountains themselves, a revolution has begun that flies in the face of the old ways. Railroads, steam engines, and mysterious flying machines have begun to crop up in the more forward-thinking societies. Yet, ancient deities still preside over their rituals. The Tournament of Ulandion, where champions from across the land gather to win the boon of the ancient spirits of the North, holds more weight this cycle than ever before. Who will take home to their people the never-melting wreath? The ancient and proud Rintogia? The wild and unpredictable Lepkit? The joyous and determined Jobix? the calm and patient Bontarian, or the mysterious and withdrawn Brangodia? On whose behalf will our heroes compete? Tonight, we journey to the prestigious capital of Jobix, to a small tavern known as Worglin Hall, where two different recruiters are attempting to form their teams a mere month away from the game. Now then, Victor, tell us what people see when they see you.
Well, when you see Victor, you would see this just crazy, crazy tall warrior-looking person. They're like 6'5" with this, war slammer just kind of slung over their shoulder, chainmail armor, but some like, what are they called? The shoulder armors and some gauntlets and armored boots that have this just like engravings and kind of almost like feather-like looks to them. They have very long, braided, silvery, almost like opalescent kind of hair, and just generally they seem to always have a bit of a wind in the hair look and some glow to their skin. They are going to just walk excitedly into this bar, just kind of like throw the door open and get the lay of the land and head into the back bar here. What is the inside of this tavern like?
The inside is calm, almost pensive. You can only see 4 figures. A dwarf female is huddled at the table you walked past, surrounded by books and scrolls where she's studiously documenting something. A rather exquisitely dressed gentleman is sitting in a high-backed chair, warming himself by the fire. A thin rail of a barkeep looks over a long nose from behind said bar as you approach. And a rather large, brutish fellow holds the other front table, whose nose looks like it may have been broken far too many times.
Yeah, Victor is going to walk up to the barkeep and just be like, yeah, my friend. I reserved a room. Could you point me in the direction? I'm Victor.
You assume a level of generosity if you call me friend. But I recall a reservation. Let me grab that key. Rummages around in the shelf behind him before handing you a rather rusty bronze key. Return it to the state you found it in when you leave, or I will charge you the security deposit.
Yeah, sure thing, my friend. Give them a nod. On the map, where are these stairs?
Those are
Cool.
rather rickety and looking like they could use some new boards.
Okay, I'll start heading over that way and go upstairs to check on the room.
As you begin ascending the stairs, a second figure makes their way to the tavern. Edmund, talk to us about your character.
Okay, so Edmund is, I suppose he's a reasonably large fellow, probably standing about 5'11". He's clearly a little bit older than you might take your typical adventurer. Like, you can tell that back in the day he was probably very very well built, but that's kind of, he's a little bit past his prime now. So he's going to be dressed in kind of this large blue like overcoat kind of tunic with a big wolf pelt up around his neck, and he's wearing a hat, and he very clearly like travels with everything on him, and he's going to make his way in. I do not see my character token.
Should be to the far south.
Or this. Oh, there he is. He's going to be here, and he is going to be accompanied by his friend and companion, this raptor named Volga. And first order of business, he's done this bit before. He'll probably take just a step inside the door, and look around for the person who appears to be in charge, which would be the guy standing behind the bar. And he'd
Naturally.
and he'd probably ask. So Edmund's going to ask, "Is there a stable or a tie-up for lizards around here?"
Yelling across the bar.
Yes, yeah.
That'll be 4 coppers to stay your pet.
He'll probably give a little bit of a sigh, and he'll motion. He'll probably he'll just he'll say, "That'll be fine. Where can I point her?"
Round on the east side of the building. Tie him up good. Don't want trouble in the town.
I'm basically going to notion over to Volga to go over to the east side of the building and kind of hunker down.
In this area, there is an awning with areas to tie up animals. It is currently unoccupied.
I would take her and lead her over there. I'm probably not going to tie her up, though. I am just going to tell her to stay. Like, we've done this before. We don't like to go into town, but sometimes you have to. So, yeah. So Edmund's just going to tell her to kind of hunker down and stay, but he's not going to tie her up.
All right. At that time, a rather interesting guest arrives. Karma. Talk to the people.
So Karma's the little black kitty cat. I can't pick it up. Why can I not pick it up?
That's frustrating. Let me make sure everything's in
order. I could a minute ago, but I can't now. That's okay. She makes her way inside. I had just a little kitty cat. Nope, still can't move it.
I will work on fixing that. Give me a second. Go ahead, describe what people see when they see your character.
It's an all black cat, little 7.5, 8 pounds, not very large at all, and she'll just kind of make her way in through whatever crack or crevice she can, whether the door's left open or whatever. There we go. I think I can grab it now.
Pieces of itself.
Well, strange. And just kind of sneak around the outside edge, take everything in, judge everybody very harshly, find a little corner.
There is a rather warm fire.
Oh, where? Up here?
Right here, under the lion's head. That is correct.
She'll eventually get there.
All right. The next character through the door is Liddy. Brandon, go ahead and describe your character to us.
My name is Liddy, and I am a halfling tiefling. I am about 3 foot tall. I am covered in purple skin with my beautiful tail. I am wearing a pirate-style trench coat, and I have 6 pistols strapped across my body.
And what do you do when you come into this place?
I go and find a corner table to go and sit at.
Haunting the place like any good adventurer. I understand. We'll go ahead and take your pick of the open tables.
Where is my character at so I can move her?
Should be far south. It's gonna let you move her?
Yes, not.
Let's see if I can fix it the same way I fixed Karma.
Oh, that's moving.
It just finally let me move.
Ah, excellent. All right. Is there anything specific you would like to be on the lookout for, or are you just generally on the lookout?
I am generally on the lookout. I want to see who all comes in so I can get a good feel for them.
That makes good sense. You're at a fantastic place in the initiative order for that. Our next character. It's a little bit of an interesting case. Princess, go ahead and describe your character to us again and remind me how to pronounce their name.
That's me. Their name is Eowyn. And they are an old human. Their skin is wrinkly and well weathered. But they move with not the slow faltering steps that you sometimes think of when you think of elders, but with a grace and poise. And they are smoking a pipe. And the smoke is curling around them and seems to almost be exploring of its own accord. And Eowyn's gonna step inside and take a moment here at the threshold to look around.
Anything specific you're looking for?
Just looking at the people, just seeing who's there, taking stock of the situation.
Is there anyone particular who grabs your interest and you would like to actually roll a perception check on, or are we not there yet?
I mean, if I see this cat, I'm probably interested in that.
Would you like to roll for the cat, or are you just gonna be like, get there?
I don't know. I mean, let's roll for the cat.
Roll for the cat. What are you trying to determine about the cat? Like its general friendliness?
I want to see. I want to do like a vibe check. Like, what's this cat doing in here? Are they like the bar cat? Are they a stray cat that snuck in? Like,
Are they gonna be skittish?
yeah, like
Vibe checks or insight checks, so roll me an insight check.
yeah.
Karma, are you trying to not be read, or are you just hanging out?
I would say trying to blend in as much as a cat in a tavern would blend in.
All right, then go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, let me get that. That's a 17.
I just got
17.
an 11.
You're struggling to get a read on the cat. The cat emanates an aura of mystery that likely just intrigues you more.
Interesting. Well, then I will make my way over to the bar, and I'll say, "Well, hello there."
Why don't you smoke somewhere else?
Oh, excuse me. Is this no smoking
The
establishment?
boss won't make it a rule, but I have asthma, you know.
Well, in that case, I would like to uh, whisper some quick words to the smoke and have it fly away from this person, if I may, Dallas.
You certainly may. Do you want to explain what you're doing or leave it mysterious?
No, I'm just gonna do it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna say, there, perhaps that's better.
Roll persuade.
What's my persuade? That's a 12.
Will do, I suppose. You want a drink or what?
Well, actually, what I would really love is some pie, if you've got it.
Pie? What kind of... Ugh.
Well,
Mephron! Mephron, we got a high class back here. We want some pie, eh? You hear a very low voice come out of the kitchen.
I shall bring out some pie straight away. Please take a seat.
I tell you, while we're here, have you got a bit of fish?
Pie and fish? What do you think this place is? Sit down. Talk to
No.
Mephron when he gets out here.
All right, very well. I'm gonna move over to this fire.
Sounds like a solid plan. As you walk over, the gentleman in the chair gives you a courteous nod, but is very focused on a book they are reading.
I will return the gesture with a little smile.
Saxon, what do people see when they see your character?
Well, first, trying to find the bar, people would see a little incorporeal hand kind of leading his way as he tends to get lost. And what people see, they see a short gnome with a reddish brown hair and deep brown eyes. And he loves his working overalls, which are a nice heavy leather. And he's carrying, well, strapped to him is a box on front, and attached to his backpack is this big hose of metal that kind of opens up to a bell. And as he's walking, he kind of holds onto the box so it doesn't bang against him too much. And as he walks in, he kind of look around, and let's see, our closest person would appear to be over here. So he kind of walks up to the table, and he slaps down two pieces of paper on the table and says, "Do you happen to be Theo or Victor? I'm looking to be a part of the games."
Oh my god, no! I'm Lydia. I don't know who you're talking about. Go away from here.
Okay, well, thank you very much. He approaches the next person, and he slaps down the two pieces of newspaper and says, "Hi, I'm looking to be a part of the games. Do you happen to be Theo or Victor?"
The female dwarf mutters, not necessarily to you. The mountains remember, the mountains know. The mountains deepen, they won't they won't let them go.
Can you hear me?
What? Oh, hello.
Oh, hi. I'm looking for Theo or Victor. Would you happen to be one of them?
Oh dear me, no. My name is Matilda. You can call me Maddie.
Well, not very nice to meet you, Maddie. Do you happen to know if anyone's been asking about people looking for the games?
The games?
Yeah, recruitment.
Jobix hasn't won the games in almost a century. What are you doing, young man?
I'm here to test my strength. And if you can see his picture, he does not look anything like any type of warrior whatsoever. Very lean and
courtesy of an
small.
eyebrow. Well, if I were doing hiring, I would look upstairs. That's where most official gatherings tend to happen. Most of the folks sitting down here are just looking for a quiet dinner.
Okay, thank you very much. And he kind of reaches up because he can't quite see the top of the table and feels around for his 2 sheets of paper, and he grabs them and starts heading upstairs.
Excellent. Narcissa,
Yes, my rose.
it's your turn.
Red hair, green eyes, nearly 6 feet tall. There's something about Narcissa that might draw the eye as she sashays into the room. Whether it's the exquisite rapier at her side or her revealing red dress and thigh-high boots. But her own eyes don't appear to notice anyone else as she makes her way. Dallas, is this a couch? Oh, that click. That's not where I clicked. Is that a couch?
Let me actually get on the right screen. Say that again. Yes,
Is this a couch? Okay.
That's a couch.
Okay. I'm gonna have to reload Roll20 in a sec, but we'll see if I can actually grab, because my mouse is like clicking on things to the left, and that's fine. So I'm just gonna put her over there instead of walking her across the room. I'm having to click like far to the left because my Roll20, but you know, you get the picture.
She is across the room.
She will sit down and draw a mirror from somewhere, though unless you're looking, you won't see where, and she promptly begins to preen in it.
What if you are looking?
Then...
Narcissa, make a sleight of hand check.
Yep.
Aoven, make a perception check. We settle disputes with dice in this house.
Yeah! That is a 19 sleight of hand.
It's a 21 for me.
You would just barely manage to see that the mirror actually comes from right behind the belt that she is wearing.
Anyone paying attention would notice that this gentleman has closed his book. Theo.
Yeah.
Introduce
My turn
yourself
already?
to people.
Well,
you would arrive just in time to see Edmund coming around the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, I do, don't I? Well, the first thing that people notice about Theo is that he is a majestic specimen of a husky. And he has, for whatever reason, chainmail that appears to have been custom made to fit him. You will also notice that on his collar and on the shield that he has strapped around his back, there is a leaf symbol. He also has an adorable little tiara. And I don't know if you can see it on the picture, but he has these cute little shin guards too, and it's just adorable. So, yeah, and he will just kind of go for the door, but then get distracted and walk up to this stranger and go, "Hi, my name's Theo."
Has point of clarity, has Edmund ever seen anything like this?
Point of clarity, Theo and Karma are, to the Dungeon Master's knowledge, the only talking animals in this setting.
Oh, fantastic.
So absolutely not.
Okay, yeah. So this is absolutely a shock to Edmund, that a dog, one, in such an elaborate getup, two, has come up and spoken to him.
You can, if you'd like, make an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, I think that's about right for where
especially as a rancher.
Oof. This ain't gonna be good. It's a straight 5.
You are either terrified or completely enthralled. I will let you choose.
Theo has a fangirl.
I think Edmund would go the enthralled route with the, well, hello there.
Hi.
Theo, was it?
Yeah. What's your name?
Well, I'm Edmund, and I just got finished putting away my buddy Volga.
Ooh. Tell me about that. Who's your buddy?
Well, if you, I can let you meet her if you want. She's one of the big lizards. She's a raptor, actually. Do you wanna meet her?
Theo looks enthralled, but he then remembers that he really needs to go inside and talk to people about recruiting them for the games. And he's not sure what to do. He just looks very, very, very indecisive.
You could make a wisdom saving throw if you need help.
Aha! Wisdom saving throw. That is a 12.
What's wrong? Do you need help?
Well, I'd love to meet your buddy, but I'm also supposed to be recruiting people for this game thing.
Did Tammy fall in the well?
Sorry. My new friend looks so distressed. I figure I might try and help. Oh, the games, yes. The Ulandion Games. Well, I'm stopping into town for a lot of the same reason. So, why don't we go ahead and head inside?
Theo nods vigorously, and it makes all of his armor and chainmail clink together quite loudly.
Oh my gosh.
You need to get like a set of keys or something that you jingle in front of the microphone when you
yeah, I'm looking around. I just have a bunch of dice.
Well, for future.
Yeah, for future. I'll do that.
Okay.
As y'all head inside, we are going to go back to Victor, who has actually moved up to the second floor of this tavern.
Yeah. What is it? What's it like up here?
So the air up here is a little bit more noisy. There's two fellas, a human and a halfling, playing billiards and constantly sassing each other out. There is a furbolg apparently talking to themselves while occupying most of a bench, though lounging would be a very generous term for what they are doing. There is a young woman warming herself by the fire, and another one that is playing chess with apparently a ghost hand on the other side.
Okay. And then, would I have any idea of like which room I'm supposed to be using, which one I had reserved?
There is a sign on this door that says meeting room.
Oh, noticed that. Just like, perfect, and just head in there. I assume.
The door is locked and gives you a degree of difficulty, but nothing you can't overcome.
Just like jiggle the key and kind of give it the shoulder.
Uh-huh. It doesn't quite sit right on its hinges.
I'll just kind of adjust that and swing it open. It'll be fine.
The room is dominated by a large table. However, the table is constructed from stone and set on a hefty enough pillar you would be confident standing on it.
I'm gonna test that. I'm gonna pull out a chair to clear some space and just hop up on the table and give it a few test jumps.
Give me a strength saving throw.
Cool. Oof. 7.
Freshly polished. You slip and fall on your bum, but fortunately, nobody was here to see you.
Well, I think the table will do. And I'll scoot myself off to the edge and kind of like rub my butt as I stand up. Like, it doesn't look movable though, right?
Absolutely not. It looks almost as if it's like built into the entire structure of the building.
Well, we're gonna need a bit more space than this. I'm gonna head back out.
Mhm.
And this table here, is it like just like a large wooden table?
It is.
Cool. I am going to push this out of the way, maybe, I don't know, over here or something, to help clear up this center space.
As you are moving the table, the Furbolg approaches and grabs the other side.
Oh, hey there, pretty person. How can I help you?
Yeah, I'm trying to move this table over there to clear up some space. You wanna give me a hand?
I can move a table for you. I got that right down here.
And they literally just pick it up and heft it over their head.
You're strong.
Well, that's what it tells me, but I'm actually the small one in my family.
I feel that. I feel that. Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course, so what was your name?
Oh, I'm Victor. And I'll go give them like a firm, excited handshake.
They return the handshake with more enthusiasm than you gave.
I'm the Minklaw. Everybody calls me Minklaw. Some call me Mink, some call me Law.
My new friend Mink. I'm glad to have you here. Are you looking to play in the games? That's what I'm here for.
The games? What games?
The Ulandion Games, of course.
Land. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, are you from here?
From here? No, I came here.
From
I
where?
worked a very long here. There were lots of people.
What was that last one?
There were lots of people. Was the last bit of that.
I just didn't hear the first bit of it.
They said, I walked a long ways to get here. There were lots of people.
Well, I'm glad you're here. We could certainly use someone with your strength on our team. Do you like to do you fight? Do you adventure? Like,
Fight, or I know adventure. I'm on an adventure. Would you like to adventure?
not right now. I've got a thing I need to set up here, but maybe later. And I'll kind of go to like moving the chairs to where they need to be and kind of get back to setting up my stuff.
They continue to help you almost absently. And we are going to move back to Edmund.
Okay, well, coming back in the door with my new best friend Theo, or as close to a best friend that probably Edmund's ever thought of. Maybe, I guess, quick check here. Edmund's always known he's been pretty good with animals, but like he's never been this good.
What are you asking?
Is there anything that I can roll to tell whether this is like just my animal handling has gotten really, really good, or is this like a strange creature?
How long have you been traveling?
Sanity check?
I rolled a 5 on my last intelligence check, so I figured I'd ask.
You could roll. I would allow an animal handling check to see if like you're just that good, or whether you've met a unique creature.
Okay, yeah, sure. That's an 18.
So you're not a religious person.
Uh-huh.
But growing up in Vontaria, you recognize the symbol of Ariel. Like, this creature is clearly an agent of the goddess.
Ah, interesting. I'm probably going to say, well, I've got a little bit of business to take care of on on my own, but if you're looking for partners for the games, I'd be more than happy to help you out there.
Theo looks delighted.
And with that, Edmund's probably going to go over to the barkeep, and hand over 4 copper.
Thank you.
Ah,
Please make sure you clean up after your pets upon departure.
Yes, of course.
Karma.
Yeah, after getting spooked by this person coming over from the bar, she's just gonna kind of shuffle around this little stool and stare, rub all over the stool to let them know it's hers, not
Of course.
theirs.
Like you do.
But exactly, and then just flop.
Oh, so
Well,
gorgeous. So much cat. I love
and
it.
stretch. And that's all for now.
Liddy. Any action or just continuing to observe?
Do I know how dark the room is, or how brightly lit it is?
It is not tremendously well lit, but it is not yet dark outside. So you can see very clearly, but it's very apparent that in not very many minutes, it's going to be very hard to see at all.
Well, I do have a special ability called Dark Vision.
Yes.
So I do get the chance to actually see pretty much, even though it's dim, I can see that it's very brightly lit. So am I able to make out the other characters and what they are doing?
At this point, your vision is not impeded at all. You can definitely see everything that is going on.
So I saw the plop and flop.
Yes.
I saw the attempted sachet across the room.
Oh yeah.
There was no attempt, darling. It was a sachet.
Girl, please. I'm gonna go up to this little area with the kitty cat. And inspect why it's plopping on the ground.
Because there's a fire. Why else would a
I'm
cat
gonna sit at this table here.
flop on the
And next to
ground?
the fire.
Sitting next to the elderly human.
Yes.
Excellent.
Jump
Hello
on.
there.
I climb on top of the stool and sit down because I am short.
There is some clambering involved. Eowyn, go ahead and repeat what you said.
I said, well, hello there.
Oh my god, hi! What is that crazy kitty cat doing?
Well, I surely don't know. Looks to me like they're lounging there out in their front of the fire. Looks mighty nice and warm over there, doesn't it?
It does, but I don't want to have to sit next to that cat. Too big.
The cat is too big? How big is
Yes.
this cat? Is this cat especially big?
No.
Negative.
How big is it?
Like 7 or 8 pounds. It's just it's your typical little house panther.
But I'm only like 3 feet tall, so
Exactly.
it's too big for me. I
Exactly.
could ride it. I don't want to ride it. I think that kitty cat will let me ride it.
I expect that you cannot ride that cat. Now, my experience with cats is they generally don't take kindly to riders. They
I'll
don't
ride
take
that cat
kindly to
before this
much.
day's out.
I expect you won't. I tell you what. 5 silver says you don't.
You got a deal, mister.
Well, I ain't a mister, but
I'm sorry, lady.
I ain't a lady neither.
I'm sorry, whatever you are. I'll go play with that cat.
Liddy, are you about to attempt to ride Karma?
Well, yes, I'm gonna go be friendly with it first. I'm gonna ride that kitty.
We'll get to that next turn order. Eowyn, any action before we pass to Zaxxon?
Wow, gosh, what have I done?
I'm so ready.
Now that I've set someone to terrorize this cat, did I notice this dog coming in though?
Highly likely. I don't think there is anything about Theo that is remotely in the realm of subtlety.
Great. Well, I'm awfully keen on animals, so I would like to also vibe check the dog. What's this dog doing here? Why are they coming in here? What's going on? Are they lost?
Let's do a
Let's
vibe
find
check.
out.
Theo, I need a wisdom saving throw, and Eowyn, I need a insight check.
That's a
17.
21 from me.
Ooh.
This dog, let me tell you about this dog.
Yes, please.
This dog is very clearly touched by Ariel. You have zero doubt in your mind. You're very familiar with Vontarian religion. It is possible in your time around the elders, you may have even heard tales about the sentient dog that is the champion of Ariel. This would clearly be that dog.
Ah. Well, ain't that something? I am going to turn to the cat and say, now I do apologize for setting this one on you. Best of luck to you. And I'm gonna walk over to that puppy.
Yeah.
You'll get a cat glare as you walk away.
I was gonna say, Karma heard this entire conversation.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Eowyn is not aware.
Evan, we will get to the conversation between you and Theo on Theo's turn.
Great.
Zaxxon, let's pop over to you as you get to the second floor.
As Zaxxon gets to the second floor and looking around, he's seeing people who he would recognize as probably being much more ready for the games than downstairs whenever he first showed up. And he will very
Deleted my token. Help me.
What are these white boxes?
Explain the drawing to us. Lynette.
Yeah. And also, I accidentally deleted my token. If you could add me back, please. Yeah. No,
He dies of a heart attack.
Oh no, that fall really did hurt. No, I was just updating this. So over here, this brown box is where Minklaw and Victor had moved the table to. This kind of like light purple ring you're seeing is actually like a rope ring that Victor has like laid down to make some sort of like makeshift, I don't know, arena, kind of like sumo wrestler pit.
Don't see any rope ring.
Like this like light purple one?
The white box.
Oh, it's white for y'all?
Well, yeah. It is light purple, but it's actually
you were saying circle.
White.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a sumo circle kind of thing, but it's a rectangle.
If you want to draw a circle, hold Alt while you're clicking.
I don't want a circle.
Okay, fine.
No, because it's more like a boxing.
Metaphorically.
It's more like a boxing ring.
Yeah.
You know, like it's rope on the ground, like you would have for like sumo wrestling. Because I'm not gonna build a boxing ring.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, maybe. And then
you do have the undivided attention of these two.
Figured. I am not paying attention to that. I'm just so excited to get this all set up. And then on the table here, you kind of see like Victor has taken like this, you know, their travel bag that they had with them, and they're starting to lay out There's like a couple of growlers on the table. There's a few different, like there's a stone discus and some weapons. Also like their shield and warhammer and everything are on the table too, and their backs are kind of turned to the stairs and they're prepping.
Yeah, so Zaxxon and his scrawny self is going to come up and see this and kind of look between the Furborg and Victor and be like, and hold up the 2 sheets of paper and say, "Are either of you Theo or Victor? I'm looking to be a part of the games."
It's going to like excitedly turn around and be like, "I'm Victor. Welcome. Did you saw my ad?"
Yes. And
Hastily stuffed with her ad in pocket.
And I hand her the ad and also like this little note card, like little business card that he made for himself.
And for clarification, Victor's pronouns are they, them.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
Yeah. So he would hand them their advertisement and also a little note card that tells like his shop name and his name, business card. You're cutting out. I can't hear.
I was asking how tall you are. How tall is I'm blanking on your name. Zaxxon.
3'2".
Okay. Victor's like 6'5".
So okay, so he would like raise his arms up to try to hand you.
Victor will kind of like drop down to Zaxxon's level and take that from him and just smile, really proud of their work. I'm like, yes! I knew this newspaper ad was a good idea. I saw the other one. I was like, oh, what a good idea. We'll all get together and we'll form some teams. This will be great. And just kind of like looking Zaxxon up and down and be like, oh, you don't quite look like the fighting type.
Well, I do my best. I just really, really want to be a part of these games.
Well, that is the most important part. Welcome to this meeting, and I'm just setting up here for some fun little tests to see what everyone's made of.
Ah, okay. And Zaxxon will head over and like carefully slide his phonograph and bag underneath the couch.
Well, hi there, little person. Can I help you with anything?
I think Victor over there helped me very well. I'm going to be a part of the games.
I heard about the games. They sound like fun.
Yeah. But I don't know what we're doing, but they said that there's going to be some type of test. Are you going to be a part of it too?
I don't know. I could be. Would you like me to be?
That would be great. Maybe we could even be like teammates. I've heard that these games have teams.
I think I'd like to be your friend.
And Zaxxon reaches up a hand to shake.
Minklaw takes it gingerly and gives it a very, very soft vibration.
Yeah.
Almost as if they were touching a flower that they didn't want to wilt.
I think Zaxxon would probably just wait further instruction from Victor.
Excellent. We are pop back now to Narcissa, who is being approached by the gentleman who had been lounging in the chair. When he stands, you see that this person is actually not human, but a Goliath, as betrayed by their stone-colored skin and rather impressive height. Dressed impeccably in a tux with tails and a top hat, complete with monocle, heavy cane, and a teacup holster strapped on their thigh, filled with a teacup. He approaches Narcissa.
Good evening, young lady. I could not help but notice your elegant presence as you graced us with it. Is there any way I could help you out? I am Bartholomew Stevens Edgar IV, at your full and complete disposal.
She is sitting there, and does not appear to notice that he is there at first. It takes her several seconds, and it verges on the awkward pause. But right before it gets there, she'll look over at him and sort of give him something of an assessing look as she will look over up and down. Well, you look almost as good as I do, Bartholomew Stevens Edgar the Fourth.
Surely I do not deserve such a compliment, but I do, thank you.
What brings you here to Whirlgan Hall?
I have found, he said, standing up to his full height, a rather renewed interest in the Ulandion Games. Such is usually the disposition of the common folk. Yet, one Beatrice who I do serve has guided me to find victory therein, regardless of who else's banner I am flying. Would yourself be interested in such a pursuit? We could join together. Us of the upper echelon must remain joined, or we will surely be overrun by the rabble.
She will actually stand up. Now, Dallas, you said Bartholomew is a Goliath, so how tall did you actually make him?
Pushing 9 feet.
Okay, I figured it was probably real tall, even for someone who looks tall themselves. Yeah, figured. Well, she will, gracefully get to her feet and do that very noble thing of putting her hand out for him to take if he would like.
I completely agree with you, but you said that you did not have a banner that you particularly cared to be standing under.
I read in the local newspaper, not something I usually grace my delicate eyes with, but there are exceptions, that there are 2 different hiring events going on tonight. I figured I would join up with whichever one of them seemed more interesting.
Well, and she
takes the hand very gingerly while moving his cane to the opposite hand in perfect fashion.
even for like he's so graceful for a 9-foot tall Goliath.
Yes.
I love it. Hold on, what was okay.
Well, I am uncertain as to where this victor might be, but
And she will look over at the husky that walks into the room.
I do believe that to be Theo, the champion of Ariel, who put his own ad in the newspaper.
I dare say he does look to be the sort, doesn't he?
You said you were looking for the most interesting. I have not seen this victor, but a talking dog? That is most interesting.
We should go introduce ourselves.
After you.
He leads you gracefully across the floor to about there till your turn's over.
I love that there. Tick, 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 turn order.
Theo, you are being approached by an elderly human.
I'm going to kneel
You guys are
down.
so cute. Sorry. You're
I'm gonna
both just
kneel-
like,
I wanna kneel down and offer my hand for them to smell and say, "Well, now ain't you something?"
And Theo will absolutely take them up on that offer and give that hand a good sniff.
Oh, sorry.
Do I need to roll perception?
You
Or
can
do I-
roll perception.
Do huskies have like a smell perception?
I believe
Yes,
all
we
dogs
do.
on smell.
Sorry, I guess.
Wow, that still didn't
Very
do
excited.
me good because even with advantage, that is a. Where is it? Oh yeah, that's an 8.
Smell is the omnipresent scent of smoke.
Hmm.
For meta context, because I just made a reference to it, we are using the Animal Adventures rules extension. That is absolutely brilliant, and I 100% recommend not only it, but their line of miniatures that they also created. Carry
Dallas
on.
has some. I've seen them. They're super cute.
So adorable. Theo does not love the smell of smoke, but he's willing to give this person a chance because he has to recruit. He has to recruit some people. So he looks at them and he says, "My name's Theo. Can I help you?"
Eowyn will. I assume when I recognized them as Ariel's champion that I also expected them to speak.
You didn't not expect them to speak.
Okay. I am going to smile widely and say, "My name is Eowyn, and I hail out of Democanoria. And I hear that you are recruiting for Vontaria in these here games."
Theo nods enthusiastically, and another clinking sound would ensue if I had thought to get keys.
Wait, hold on. Someone's got you covered.
Clink, 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 clink. Clink, clink, clink. There you go.
I am making clinking noises of a southern disposition.
Through Liddy's mic, so
That's
I
the
was going to
best.
say, I think that sound is canon now of his armor.
vigorous nodding.
Theo nods very enthusiastically, and he says, "Yeah, I'd love to recruit some folk and go adventuring."
Well, now, I would love to be recruited, and I expect that our interests are aligned. But now, before I go and commit, I just have one question for you. Are you ready?
Hey, yeah.
Oh no.
I would like to use Uncanny Insight, please.
Okay.
It is a insight versus deception check.
Okay.
And if I succeed, then I get advantage on the next thing that I'm gonna do.
Who's rolling deception?
The peppers.
Okay.
Did Puppy put points into perception?
Into
Deception?
perception or
I mean, deception. Deception.
Now you don't have to roll too good. I only rolled a 9.
Oh, well, that is a 19.
Well, I don't get advantage then.
Puppy is good at lying.
Charisma is my spellcasting ability. What can I say?
It's all in the eyes.
Big old puppy dog eyes.
Little puppy dog like me could lie.
My insight is not uncanny, but I will nevertheless ask. Now, who's a good boy?
I called it! I totally called it!
Theo looks a very strange mix of contemplative and hopeful.
Theo,
And he looks at
Theo,
them.
I need an intelligence saving throw.
Nice.
Oh, intelligence. That is not something. Okay, that's an 11.
You are enamored, and you are excited, and you are all over this human.
Excellent.
Important in this question, I would like to try to insight. Are they in fact a good boy?
Roll insight.
I'm offended. You have to ask.
There we go. That's the good roll. Insight. That's a 23.
23.
That's a 23. Are you a good boy, Theo?
Theo looks up at them and says, "Well, I certainly try."
I mean, is that true?
You sense no deceit.
Well, all right.
Theo is
Victor.
nodding.
And I will scratch Theo under the jaw.
Oh, excellent.
Victor. Back to you.
So, having pretty much everything set up here and being super excited, Victor's gonna go back downstairs. Like, carefully, because of the stairs, but like, pretty loud.
Fair enough.
Switch me back, Dallas.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. There you go.
Did I go down this way? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Victor's just kind of come down the stairs pretty loud. And look around and be like, well, thought there might be a few more people, but this'll do. And just kind of like announce loudly to the bar, hello, friends, I am Victor. If you're here for the games, come on upstairs. And just like run back up.
Eat. Okay. Edmund.
With that, I'm gonna probably take a look around and be like, okay, cool, but I've got to go back and with my new friend Theo, and come to over here and realize that there's another connection going on, and I feel slightly less special.
Aww.
No, it's fine.
So any consolation, Theo looks delighted to see you again. Obviously so. You've been gone for like minutes in his time, like hours.
I have to know, when Theo's tail wags, does his chainmail clink?
Clink, 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 clink.
So he's just like, oh man.
Yeah, sure.
That's amazing. And I love it.
He's really bad at stealth rolls, let me just tell you.
+1.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, in any case, Edmund's going to come back over to Theo, and probably he'll like give a nod to the other person here, but like also kind of he's kind of rude about it. He just kind of gives a short nod and says, "Oh, hello."
Eowyn is not rude, so they are going to stand up and say, "Well, hello there."
Well, with that, Edmund will turn and say, "Hello there. How do you do?"
Well, I suppose I'm doing mighty fine this evening. My name's Eowyn.
Edmund.
I see that I see
Does
that you
Theo
have met.
notice any of this, like, maybe tension
Subtext. Roll
between
insight.
Yes. Okay.
Continue the conversation.
13.
Okay. That's going to be a no.
Cool.
I see that you have met Theo.
Yes, indeed I have. I think he was talking about recruiting people for the Ulandion Games.
I suspect he was.
I was fixing to help him with that.
My, I had the same idea.
It should be telling, for better or worse, by both of your accents, that you are from the same nation on the continent. Whether that endears you to each other or antagonizes is entirely up to you.
It's like, are we cousins? Cousins,
I
y'all.
hail from Damacanoria. Where parts are you from?
I'm also from Vontaria originally, but I'm a little more from everywhere, as things tend to go now.
Ah, you've been wandering about then.
Yep.
Did you ever stop by our woods out here in Damacanoria? It's a lovely place to be, isn't it?
I don't know if I would have made it. I'm speaking a little bit meta here. I don't know if I would have made it out there or not.
Honestly, it's up to you.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm checking a map.
Please do.
Yes.
Shameless plug. If you give us at least $5 an episode on our Patreon, you get access to all of our maps, artwork, character bios, and some of our player bios.
Hey,
Those are optional. Yes.
Do we want to start a separate channel just for maps?
It's probably not a bad idea.
And just populate it with what we do have?
But to continue the conversation, yeah, I've made it out there once or twice. I originally hail from around Barreto myself.
Let me look at that map.
You're not
If it's not too much trouble, can you throw the map into that maps channel for us?
Did you ask for that? Me?
I asked Hannah if she would.
You betcha, and the map is live on the stream, so y'all can see on Twitch where we're talking about.
Ah, you from across the river?
Yep. Originally from out there, but I've been away for some time.
Why, we've got ourselves a whole homegrown Vontarian crew almost here.
Seemed like it. Edmund would probably turn to Theo at that point and said, "Well, what do you have in mind?"
Theo looks at both of them and looks over at the stairs. Well, I guess maybe we should go upstairs and talk to that other person. They seem to want to talk to everyone about the games.
Sure, I reckon that'd be a good idea.
Hold there. We are going to tick forward in turn order.
Cool.
Karma, I see you moved.
Yes, as soon as the chair was vacated, just up on the nice warm seat immediately.
0% surprise.
And as these two are making their way this way with their conversation about how exceptional talking dogs are, my word, I am going to mind meld with Narcissa.
Oh.
And say,
explain to everyone what that actually means.
Okay, sure.
Vulcan cat.
Anyone within 120 feet that I can see, I can communicate with telepathically, as long as they are not unwilling. So I don't know how willing or unwilling Narcissa would be, but anyway.
So here's the game, Narcissa. You are going to feel a probing into your mind. You can either lean into it, or you can try to resist it, and we'll do some opposing checks.
I'm used to it. I'll allow it.
Carry on, Karma.
Okay, so she'll go. What about a talking cat? Much better than a dog, don't you think?
I think that's something that a talking cat would say, whether it's true or not. But what makes you point out something, little daffodil?
Just, he doesn't seem that exceptional to me. Rude? Rude. Fine.
You're the one that's playing hard to get.
I'm just going to turn around, back to those two. Still keeping an eye on this crazy thing over here that wants to...
Speaking of, Liddy, are you going to make good on that bet?
I get to see her trying to connect with them and then walking away, rejecting her.
So it was entirely telepathic. You have absolutely no idea that happened.
Does she have any kind? Can I look to see if she has any kind of mean look towards them?
Karma, were you glaring?
She would have been, because it has to be someone that I can see, so she would have been like peeking around the armrest at them, and then probably like puff and flop down in the chair, and then
You
glaring.
wouldn't have any reason to pointedly connect it other than the cat was curious about someone moving across the floor.
Okay, so because I'm seeing them walk away, I'm going to try to move over, initiate a conversation with her.
At present, you don't know this cat talk. Just be advised about that. People talk to cats all the time. That's
Oh yes, I'm aware of what's going to happen here. I have a scenario for that.
Alright.
What color is she?
Black, all black, good and lucky.
Hello there, little pretty kitty. How you doing, you beautiful, beautiful black kitty? Black is my favorite color. Can I pet you? Are you a friendly kitty?
She'll do that kind of like back away thing, like I'm not sure I trust you. So it all depends how your hand comes in, what she's gonna do.
Oh, don't be shy, little kitty. These are just some horns. They're not that scary. I'm just a small little thing. You can trust me.
Roll deception. Karma, you're welcome to roll insight.
Okay. That's a 19.
Liddy, what'd you get on your deception roll?
17 minus 1 for deception makes it 16.
Yeah, you don't trust this little one, Karma.
Well, having heard the whole conversation earlier, I wouldn't trust her anyway, but
Exactly.
she's gonna kind of like start backing into the corner of the chair, like back legs up over the armrest, and hiss a little bit at you. Just a
Oh, don't be a scared little kitty. What I said to that man was just a lie. But if you want to make some quick silver, I'll offer you 3 silver if you let me ride on you just for a couple of seconds. He doesn't even have to know. I'll buy you a big old bowl of milk. How about that? Like cat's milk? I'll give you some cat's milk.
Why would
What would little pretty
cat
kitty
need
like?
silver? And it's actually the cat speaking at this point.
I'm dumbstruck.
Why do I want your silver?
We'll get back to that. Eowyn, any action, or are we gonna kind of roll to Theo?
Yeah, I think just roll to Theo. Like I ain't got nothing.
We're gonna do Zaxxon and Narcissa before that happens, but we'll re-enter that conversation when we roll to Theo's turn. Zaxxon, any action?
Yeah. As he saw Victor the recruiter go down, he'd probably take a look at. Oh no. Mink and say, "Hey, while there's no one else really around looking at the games, you want to warm up real quick?"
Cool warm up, but it's already pretty toasty in here.
Yeah, but like, I've seen this at my local bar before. You get in there and you wrestle.
Mink makes a move to literally pick Zaxxon up.
And I am totally willing to just completely fail that, or I can try a strength saving throw, I guess.
You could try a saving throw if you want, or you could just never mind.
That would be 8.
Oh
Mink
no, don't do it!
literally picks Zaxxon up and just gives Zaxxon a giant hug. Like this?
And I imagine that, like, as Zaxxon completely just fails at this, everyone, or Victor was really short downstairs, so I imagine Victor, like, showing back up at Zaxxon's failed attempt at a wrestling match. And that's
No,
it.
Zaxxon's just getting hugged. That's what's going on.
Yeah, yes, that's a very good hug, and my arms are trapped, but I kind of like bend them at the elbows and try to get my hands to Mink's sides.
We'll get back to that. Narcissa.
The Narcissa will add as they begin walking away.
You say talking cat, but I've never heard you say a word.
And then after she actually speaks, she'll get this little from Narcissa as they're walking over, and they'll keep moving towards Theo, I would assume.
All right. I want to see how this conversation goes. So you arrive at Theo, and everyone else.
Are they in the midst of conversation? Has it reached a lull? Would you say that they would have reached them about the time Theo said something about going upstairs?
I think you would have just heard Theo say something about going upstairs, and then there would have been that natural pause whenever somebody new walks into a conversation.
Okay.
Well, I suppose wanting to scope out the competition would never be a bad thing.
Indeed, I am in agreement with this statement. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bartholomew Stevens Edgar IV. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, recruiter. I assume you are Theo?
Theo looks up and up and up and up.
On that up, he's seen Narcissa's face.
And then up.
He looks up
Then he looks
times 12.
over and he sees Bartholomew's chest and goes, "Oh."
Yeah, basically. So there's a little bit of apprehension. He may or may not kind of just like, oop. Slink behind the closest person to him. And he looks up at them and he says, "Hi, how can I help you?" He forgets he had an accent.
he got so scared, you spooked the accent out of him.
Yeah, we need a bit more twang in it. You know, Elliot, come on.
I know. I'm trying.
He's so scared. He's got his
Oh,
accent.
Reckon you could do better.
Well, Theo, champion of Ariel, we heard that you were recruiting for the Ulandion Games. My name is Narcissa.
And she will actually, that stereotypical, like hands on the thighs, like bending towards someone that all women that have their cleavage hanging out do. And she will.
You know the one.
You knew exactly what I was talking about when I said it.
It's a bend and snap.
It is a bit of a bend, but she will gracefully reach her hand out, palm forward in Theo's direction, and just patiently wait with a small smile on her face.
You're asking Theo to shake?
No, she would. It would be a gesture towards his nose, like you do with a dog, like. But it's very graceful as she reaches out in your direction.
Can Theo roll perception to determine what he smells when he sniffs her hand?
Yeah.
That is a non-natural 20.
Narcissa, what does Theo smell? Make it good.
You would first catch the scent of roses in full bloom, and you're not quite sure, because you're pretty sure you've never seen it, but red is the color that comes to your mind. Colorblind though you may be.
That is on a slightly meta note. That is a feature of playing a dog.
Are you actually?
Delightful. Yes,
Okay.
I have disadvantage on color identification checks specifically.
You're not positive you've ever seen red before, but you know for a fact that whatever
This would be
flower
the
it
smell.
is, that is the smell of red roses that you are getting from her.
Okay. Theo looks very contemplative. What did she ask him?
She just introduced herself.
She just introduced herself.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would have been as she bent over and was sort of in a
Right.
human to dog handshake, which isn't like an actual, that you do with dogs. It would just be like and my name is Narcissa introducing herself.
Well, as soon as he is the size of like a decently large husky. So like 2.5 probably feet tall. He's a big boy.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, like 70-80 pound range probably.
Hefty
More with armor.
I was gonna say my husky weighs about 73 pounds. So
The armor adds 30 pounds.
You're asking for reference, Dallas?
we can and will acquire scale pictures of my husky for reference if needed.
So yeah.
pounds with armor.
Casey, you completely spazzed out. Say that again.
Yeah, your mic like freaked out on that one.
Oh, I said 120 pounds with armor.
Right,
Yeah, there you go.
Size of a large dog in armor.
It was still doing it for me. You sounded a bit like fuzzy.
That was better.
Normal.
I don't know, man.
Okay. Maybe I'm just talking too fast.
No, that's better.
Yeah.
Does
much better.
does the group with Theo go ahead and migrate towards upstairs?
Yeah, once Theo hears that they're there for the games, he's pretty disarmed by that, and yeah, he's totally willing to go up with them.
Edmund, you follow?
Yeah.
Aoven, Narcissa?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, she's the one that suggested it, so
Excellent.
yes.
Everyone put your tokens on the stairs. It is 8:30, which is our halfway mark. We are going to take a 10-minute break. Please return promptly at 8:40, and I'm going to hand it over to Anna, who is going to thank some very special people who are dear to our hearts. And we will be back in 10 minutes at 8:40 Central Time.
Woo woo!
Fabulous, fabulous. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying everything so far. And yes, we are going to be thanking not only our spectacular cast, but also the crew that has put a ton of work in behind the scenes. We have Danielle, who is the art of Danielle Skaggs, and she has done an incredible job bringing a multitude of characters to life. You saw her artwork come up as we introduced all those different characters. And of course, we also want to have a shout out to Prog's Props, who are responsible for our maps, our battle maps, our wonderful tavern tonight. And last but not least, we of course want to shout out to Pokey Pony on Fiverr for creating our beloved character Zaxxon. And we will be right back to the adventure in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
I hadn't decided. For context, to those who can't see the Discord, we were minorly deliberating if we should go ahead and chat before we're officially back from break or not. We
In the
decided
main channel, which is where you should totally have all chats ever.
Yes.
We totally.
Well, we don't.
We could
Sorry,
have a
just
separate
like
break voice channel if we needed to.
Yeah, if that got to a needed point, I would be glad to add that. At present, I don't feel the need to add that.
I think people will want to hang out with us.
Yeah.
Could we add an off-topic text chat?
We should add an off-topic text chat.
Chatter chat?
With memes.
Chatter.
Chatter.
I'm just gonna call it chatter. That's all we've got.
But everything is on
Off
topic.
I absolutely love Danielle's artwork, by the way. Like, this is the best.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Danielle, you're
great.
the best. I love your sketches.
Anna, do we want to post
my favorite
names anywhere? Or this should be viewable. I just see it. Zaxxon is spelled wrong. People can see it in names, right?
I think so. They should be able to.
For the doodles, these are just posted in
Okay.
Discord, which you can get access to by becoming a Patreon
They're so
supporter.
cute.
Speaking of chatting in the Discord, it is also 8:40, and we are just about ready to get back. As Victor returns upstairs, and the entertaining combination of individuals ascend the stairs behind them.
Yeah.
There's
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you first. What do you
I was
got?
just going to say, before everyone else would have gotten up there, Victor would have kind of like rushed back over and, given a little cheer to the Zaxxon mink thing going on and give them a pat on the shoulder and be like, I see you're getting ready. I'm excited. And then kind of like prep themselves and like get their shields slung on their back and get the hammer out and just kind of like get a good like heroic pose going on with the hammer.
Also, Narcissa has a question for Theo that she would have after he got a good sniff of the roses. She would have looked at Theo and gone, "Now I have a very important question for you, Theo, champion of Ariel. What's your favorite flower?"
Theo looks confused. Well, they all smell different.
They do. Do you have a favorite?
He looks very contemplative. I don't really know the names of many of them.
What one do you know the name of?
Well...
She will hold up. She will reach forward, as if she was gonna give you a scratch behind the ear, and then with a sleight of hand check of an unnatural 20, pull a rose out and put it in front of your nose and go, "What about this one?"
Theo's eyes get like anime big, and he looks completely enchanted by this.
Nice.
Does he actually say anything, or is he just?
No, he's sitting on his haunches panting. He's just dumbstruck.
If you like, you could wear this one. And she, if you seem amiable to it, will like sort of tuck it where it's sort of behind your ear.
He still doesn't say anything. He just nods, and there's a clinking sound that accompanies the nod.
So cute.
And then he looks very smug.
So much cute.
As far as he's concerned, he's just made another friend. This day just keeps getting better.
So many friends to be had.
Everybody wants to be your friend.
Well, that dynamic quartet.
Dynamic is a word.
Is ascending the stairs. There is suddenly a crash, and surprisingly, it is not the stairs failing and falling down. No, it is 4 figures coming through the floor and or wall. They're tall,
Okay.
about 6 feet, roughly humanoid, but having bones sticking out of their flesh in odd places. With a quick look around the bar, almost in sync, they move to attack. To those upstairs, they also see 4 figures move to attack them. We are going to keep the current initiative order as this is transpiring. This one pounces on the gentleman behind the bar, almost immediately drawing blood. This one pounces on the female dwarf, keeping her notes, and is surprisingly unable to hit her. This one begins running towards the stairs, ignoring the gentleman sitting at the table. And this one comes around the corner and tries to stab Liddy with an extended bone coming out of their palm. Liddy, what is your AC? What was that?
My AC is 13.
13. You are able to duck the attack. Hopping upstairs for a second. Victor and Zaxxon see 4 other figures pounce into their area. This one vaulting over the table covered with various sporting items. Victor, what is your AC? Please say that again. I could not hear you. Deflect the swipe attack. And it is your turn.
What did you say these are? Or what do they look like?
They are roughly humanoid, about 6 feet tall, but they have bones literally sticking out of their flesh.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of like deflecting that and seeing this thing come over their shoulder. Victor's just gonna kind of like, two-hand the warhammer and just like upswing this thing back into the door.
Give me some of that.
The tray. That is a new math. 14.
A 14. That
Yeah.
is a hit. Roll me some damage.
Yes.
And you are using your warhammer two-handed, so you get the higher damage, correct?
Yeah. This 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
13.
Yeah, 13.
Holy crap. So you swing your hammer, it actually misses the bulk of the figure that you were going for, and instead catches it square in the jaw, and you can hear its neck snap.
Yes.
Nice.
Zaxxon, you witnessed that straight up.
Yeah, turn back to the room and just be like, well, this is unexpected, but alright.
Yeah, Zaxxon definitely lets out a, yeah, I want to be on their team.
So cute.
Edmund, you are one of those on the stairs. You are aware that there are opponents upstairs and down. Which
Can I
direction?
use my movement?
You can.
Right.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I'm just gonna use my movement to kind of bound over to this one here and just head it off before it can get anywhere into the room.
Excellent. Back to Edmund. You are on the stairs. You are aware that there are assailants upstairs and down, and you can pick which direction you want to go.
I think... can you switch the map back over to the second floor for a bit, where my token is? I think I'm going back down to the second floor.
You mean back up to... Yeah, back down to the first floor,
sorry. Down
up to
to
the second floor.
Yeah, Down to the first. I think I'm going back down to the first floor. If we're like, since I'm kind of on this like halfway point landing. This is a window, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
There is a wall between you and that window, but you would know there is a window there.
Oh yes. Okay. There is a window over there. I'm probably going to I'm not gonna say anything, ask permission or anything. I'm just gonna rush past this guy, get to the bottom of the stairs, and then Edmund's going to call out, "Hey, Volga, get in here!"
And I assume Volga will answer.
Yeah. So the way that I do that, do I do an animal handling check for that?
You definitely can. Basic commands shouldn't be an issue.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. I'm double checking on that. It's just a bonus action to command a friendly beast within 60 feet.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Yep. So that's what I want to call. Is Volga going to go on my turn, or do we need to roll separate initiative?
Volga will simply go on your turn, especially while we have all 8 players here.
Okay, so I'm using my bonus action to call her. So is she going to? So can she use her movement to?
Her movement is separate from your anything. Her movement and attack are completely separate from you.
Can she? I want her to try and come through this window here.
Mm-hmm. That's a fairly easy thing. The window does have a pane of glass. It will take a athletics check to get through it, but it's only an athletics check of 8.
Okay. I think we're gonna do that. So for athletics, that's her because she just has raw stats here that I'm looking at. So that's is it just her? Athletics is strength. That's it. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Well, that's a -2. So we'll see how this goes. That's a 15.
Easily done. Shattered right through the window dramatically.
Boom. And I think seeing this, she'd probably go for this guy here. And I think I've got enough movement to also get to him.
You should be able to, and you've used a bonus action, so you can't attack twice like most monks do, but you could still attack once.
I do want to attack once. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to kind of unsling my bow staff, my quarterstaff from my back, kind of bring it around in a swing, and that's going to be a 14 to hit.
That is a hit. Roll me some damage.
Okay, that's going to be a... Oh, it's a D8. Okay. And then yes. So that's going to be, that's going to be 9 points of damage that I hit him with.
Excellent. They attempt to catch your blow, but you can feel bones beneath the flesh breaking as you connect. That was a good hit.
Cool. Does Volga also get an attack this turn?
Yes.
Okay. She has multi-attack. How do we want to resolve that?
I assume in much the same way that your command given to her was a bonus action. Crashing through the window was also a bonus action.
Sure.
So she gets 1 attack.
She gets 1 attack. Sure. Great. She does have pack tactics, which is advantage on attack rolls against a creature if at least one of her allies is within 5 feet. Do I count as one of those allies?
I would assume so.
Yeah. Okay, so she just has advantage on it. That's a 17 and a 6, so we'll take the 17 plus 4 is a 21 to hit.
That is definitely a hit. Roll me some damage.
Okay, that's just gonna be a that's gonna be 8 damage.
She leaps on top of the creature, literally ripping its throat out with her teeth as she rides it to the ground.
Good
It is
job.
quite dead. Karma, do you take any action, or are you just gonna watch?
Just sit there preening myself.
No one is surprised by this.
Just sit up on the armrest and lick a paw. Watch absentmindedly, like, well, not my problem. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna. That's basically what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna hold action until after Liddy.
That makes excellent sense. Liddy, you are being stabbed at. How do you respond?
I'm going to pull out one of my pistols, and I'm going to attempt to shoot it with one of my flintlocks.
Excellent. Roll me a d20, add your proficiency modifier and your dexterity modifier.
+4 for my dexterity, and looking for my proficiency, which is +2. So
Your
16.
dexterity should be +2, and your proficiency should be +2 based on the character sheet I received earlier today.
Oh, those are on the saving throws, okay. So then 15.
15. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll me some damage. For your flintlock pistol, that is 1d6 plus 2, because you're also adding your dexterity modifier to the first damage you deal.
Alright, 1d6. 2 plus 2. So 4.
4 damage. Your shot takes it in the upper thigh, because that's head level. And it doesn't seem greatly deterred, though it is bleeding black blood.
Now I have a bonus action to reload. Instead, can I get a ready action to pull out another one of my flintlocks?
So the way that Sarah and I decided to have this character work is the reason you carry 6 pistols. You can fire 6 shots before you have to reload anything. So there's going to be some strategy about when to fire, when to reload. So you can draw and fire a second pistol if you want.
Yes, I would go ahead and like to do that then.
But then you will have 2 empty pistols.
That's fine.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll that. Again, another d20, adding 4 for your dexterity and your proficiency.
Another 11, so that makes 15.
15, that is another hit. Roll that 1d6. This time you do not add the +2 because you don't have the 2 weapon fighting feat yet.
Then I rolled a 1.
That one's just a grazing shot, but it gets him in the upper rib. Excellent work. Karma, you just saw Liddy fire 2 pistols. Both of them hit. What is your response?
The cat doesn't like noise. No, no. I'm gonna use light step, and I'm gonna just bounce to there. Just like shoot, just bam, just about as fast as the bullet does from the
Black
gun.
streak of fur.
Just
To clarify, you are physically crossing the space. That was not a teleportation power.
Yes. Sort of. I mean, yes. No.
I mean, it's a cat. Like,
You are standing right next to another assailant. Do you take any other action?
Yeah. Why not? Why not go ahead and use Thought Spear? Because why not? So he has to make an intelligence saving throw. Have fun.
He got a 10.
Give me a second. He had to get a 13, so too bad.
all right, Karma, calm down over there. Too bad.
And that's 5 damage, psychic damage.
Very nice. As you, I assume, glare, at this individual. They hold their head and are stunned for a moment and very clearly damaged merely by your presence.
Good. How it should be.
Yes, Karma, there you are. Yeah.
Aoven.
Very satisfied right now.
Aoven. Similar to Edmund, you are on the stairs and you are aware that there are assailants upstairs and down. Which direction do you go?
I think I'm gonna stay down here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move up to here. Can you remind me who that friend is? Like, what do they
That
look
is
like?
Dwarvish Scribe. They are female and buried beneath books and scrolls. It's a wonder they were able to avoid the attack sent their direction.
Okay. I am going to shout at them. Duck your head under that table, dwarf! And then I'm going to start channeling a spell for as soon as they create some space between them and this person. This thing.
Okay, they respond by sliding over and hurriedly shoving books and scrolls into a obnoxiously large bag.
Great. I will cast Ice Knife. Some ice coalesces around me and then shoots out at that friend. And I'm going to make a spell attack here with this one. Let's see. 15 plus 5 is a 20 to hit.
That is definitely a hit. Roll me some of that damage.
Yeah. 1d10. That's 3 piercing damage. And then it explodes. And I would like a dexterity saving throw out of them, please.
They got a 10.
That is a fail. And so they will take an additional 9 cold damage. For a total of 12
Initial
damage.
spell of a shard of ice hitting them in the chest barely registered their attention, but that was their mistake. As the ice coalesced within them and then exploded, so did they. Before we move up to Zaxxon, I'm going to do some NPC bookkeeping. With a soft bow to Narcissa, Bartholomew steps down the stairs, not hurriedly, but with purpose, and raises his cane aggressively at this one, saying very carefully, "Excuse me, young lady, you may want to stand aside. I am about to get very upset, and I do not wish to harm you." And flying into a rage, he swings the cane with such force that he immediately snaps the back of the creature. This fellow tries to run away, giving the assailant on him an opportunity attack that is fortunately missed because he didn't have very many hit points left. Matilda is filling her bag with books and scrolls and dragging them safely away from exploding assailants. And upstairs, Mink is carefully setting Zaxxon down and turning around to face this fellow.
"Oh, I don't like people mess with my friends. You need to leave."
But that's all they say. the lady playing chess with the ghost hand yells at this one, "I was finally winning! What are you doing?" And the ghost hand moves to strangulate it, effectively holding it in its grasp. You cannot tell if any damage is being dealt. But it can't move. Zaxxon, it is your turn.
Zaxxon's never been anything like this before, so he's going to reach under the couch with his stuff, grab his crossbow, and hurriedly dive under the table.
I dive under the table.
Then he'll probably look over at Mink and cast Mage Hand to grab one of these nice large pool sticks and send it over to Mink and say, "It's dangerous to go alone. Take this."
Wah, wah, wah.
And
Mink got a 3 on their dexterity saving throw to catch that, and so it just kind of bounces off of them.
And then Zaxxon holds up his crossbow kind of against the table and yells at Victor, "I got your back!" and gives Victor bardic inspiration. And that's all. He's actually probably further against the wall. But yeah, that's about it.
Narcissa, in a similar dilemma to the others on the stairs, you can go up or down. What is it you are going to do?
She will stay precisely where she is. Pull a dagger from somewhere, flip it in the air once, and toss it at the fellow behind the counter with a what is that? A 22 to hit him?
Roll damage.
That is 8 damage.
Describe how you kill this fellow.
The dagger skewers right into his whatever serves as a temple for this creature and is up to the hilt.
And they drop like a rag doll.
I also have a question for Karma. Is that mind meld thing something that stays up? Does it end? How does that work?
So it's let me pull it up. It's for 1 round.
Okay, so it would have just been for that little blip of a conversation that they had. All right.
And
Okay.
the other creature can respond.
Okay, alright, just checking. Then that's it. That is Narcissa's turn. Actually, no, I take that back. If that one does go down, she will sashay her way up the stairs at this point. Not making it entirely... Oh, or actually, no! She would say...
Bartholomew, darling, I think there's a few more up here.
As she makes her way up the stairs. Oi, oi, oi.
Literally takes 1 step back, hoists himself onto the stairs, and goes barreling up them the rest of the
Allow him to go to this side as she makes her way up to... She'll probably get to the landing, is my guess, 5, 10, 15 or so.
Moving tokens around, moving tokens around.
Moving tokens to the other floor. Moving tokens to the other floor.
Oh, man.
All right, Theo.
Yeah.
Upstairs
So
or
much
down?
happened.
Upstairs or
You watch
downstairs? Oh no!
all this happen.
In or out? In or out?
Choices are so the worst.
Well, Theo notices that pretty much everything on the ground floor seems taken care of. Apparently, it takes him a few seconds to get his bearings. He was just taken so off guard by this. And so once he's regained his senses, he'll go ahead and also run upstairs and presumably attack something upstairs.
All right, 1 second. Gotta copy your token up. There you go, running between the legs of Bartholomew and Narcissa.
So he kind of skids to a stop at the top of the stairs, and in a smooth and seemingly quite practiced motion, whips his head around and swings out his short sword as he barrels towards this guy, and he makes a swing at his kneecaps. Oh no! And that's only a 4 to hit.
The gallant champion of Ariel.
Points for effort.
Hey, yeah, and points for beauty.
New
That's
dice, guys.
impressive.
The new dice. Switch to my other D20.
This one's going in jail.
It's in timeout. I assume that misses, and I believe that would end my turn.
It does. The assailant in question is quite perplexed at this dog. And rather than making an attack, pulls a scroll from somewhere and attempts to force it onto Victor's chest. Victor, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That's not the best, so I'm going to use my bardic inspiration. Ooh, which I got a 6 on, so that's a 13 total.
A 13 total, that is not quite high enough.
No.
Very close, though. You take 2 damage, and there's a piece of paper affixed to your chest.
Okay. Did it hit me with an attack? Technically? Or like what's the 2 damage from?
The 2 damage is from small spines coming out of the back of the paper to hook into your skin.
Okay. So if it hit me with an attack, I'm going to use my reaction to do Wrath of the Storm. So it needs to make a dex save of 13.
It makes a dex save of 16.
Alright, well it still takes half damage, so I rolled 7, so it'll take 3 points of lightning damage. So as it reaches to put that on Victor's chest, it kind of gets like extra strong, like static electricity kind of feeling from it.
It then turns and tries to run away through the open meeting room. Victor, you've already used your reaction, but Theo, you definitely get an opportunity attack.
Woo! He's going to take another swing!
Yeah!
Let's
You
go!
don't get to chase it, but you get to swing it as it runs away.
But I mean, good job
cool.
chasing it like a dog totally would.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm still here?
Yes.
Okay. Well, he's going to swing at it as he runs away, and that is a modifier. That is a 14.
That is a hit. Roll me some damage.
Yes! Excellent. 6 damage.
6 damage.
To
you cut it. You cut it open. You cut its thigh open, and it very rapidly bleeds out, a little disturbingly quickly. Nice swing. This one is still choking. This one attempts to hit Minklaw and utterly fails. Minklaw just catches its arm. I said you gotta leave! Victor.
My turn already? I asked a question to you in the Roll20 chat, but I kind of asked it out loud.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Cool. What's the range on that like?
I would assume 20 to 60 feet, just like a throwing dagger.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna take a couple bounds this way, and as I'm going towards this one over here, I'm going to throw my shield ahead of me at it. And then just run up into nearby. I don't have
It is going to be a
stats.
dexterity attack.
Okay,
If it hits, it's going to be 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
cool. Would I be adding just like my normal plus to hit for that?
You would add your dexterity, and are you proficient at throwing shields?
No, like that's not really like a thing, I don't think.
It isn't.
Like I'm proficient in shields, obviously, as armor, and throwing a shield isn't really like
you would likely just get your dexterity modifier on the roll.
Cool. It was 14 exactly, so I guess 15. Yeah. I have a plus 1, so 14 plus 1.
That is a hit.
Cool. Would the damage die for that be like...
It's 1d6. 1d6 plus your dexterity.
Cool. That's a 6 points of damage.
Dang. Your shield careens off of its shoulder, and even from this distance you can hear bones breaking. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Edmund, we return to you.
Okay. You said that it appeared that the creatures, at least when they originally appeared, seemed to ignore this guy over here.
Mm-hmm.
Can I insight check and see like what's going on there? If he just like if he's like basically does he look surprised at all of this or not?
Roll insight for me.
It's gonna be with my that's a 6.
All you can tell is that there are 7 empty mugs in front of him.
I'll probably just give a passing remark to him that says, "Hey, look alive," and then hearing all of the hubbub upstairs, probably head that way. I can make it so. So I can make it over here like 10 feet. And then do we want to say I can just make it to the top of the stairs with my movement?
I'll allow top of the stairs.
For 30, yeah.
Yeah. Karma, any action?
How bad's the barkeep looking?
Pretty bad.
Is he just standing there?
Quivering, but yes.
I'm gonna knock something off the counter because.
Oh God! Please tell me you stare right at him while you do it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just knock a shot glass or whatever over. Just real nice and slow. Scoot it to the end.
Establish that dominance.
Bonus action, I shove something off of the counter.
Is that your turn?
No.
Okay.
I assume that this is a place that Karma has been before, and she might, maybe, possibly, maybe not from this guy particularly, because he's a little twerp, but she might know some of the people here. So I am actually going to spend a side point and go purr at him and rub up against his elbow or whatever is closest. And he gets to restore 3 hit points.
Almost immediately calms down and is like feeling himself where he had been bleeding a moment ago in a degree of surprise.
And push something else off the counter.
The cat giveth, and the cat taketh away.
Liddy. It's your turn.
I'd like to move towards the stairs.
Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and say up the stairs or just move towards them.
I'll move up the stairs so I can get a little piece of the action.
I'm going to do similar to Edmund. I'll say you made it to the stairs and made it up.
Okay.
But that is your full turn. So
Can I use my bonus action to reload my pistols?
you can reload one of your pistols while you are running.
One of my pistols. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Evan.
Is there still a lot of commotion upstairs?
You definitely would have heard Narcissa say something to Bartholomew about there's more of them upstairs.
Sure.
There's noise, but less of it at this point. But like all of this only took like 10 seconds, so. But like a lot of people just ran upstairs.
Yeah. Geez, do I want to check out the creepy guy or do I want to go upstairs?
That is always the question.
How did the creepy guy respond to the look alive?
Roll perception.
Yeah.
By looking dead. Sorry.
Just been falling over dead.
I've been trying to keep my mouth shut. I'm sorry. It just pops out sometimes.
That's an 11.
It's an 11. This fellow is almost entirely unconscious, very inebriated.
I wasn't kidding, apparently.
Well, that's boring.
He's dead. He's actually dead.
I mean,
he reached that point of inebriation.
Is he like?
His head is not on the table, but it's hovering.
Okay. Was anybody? Was this person? This person wasn't hurt, right?
Which one? No, they were not.
Yeah, all right. I'll join the party upstairs. There doesn't seem much to be done down here. Much to be doing.
All right. Zaxxon, talk to me.
Zaxxon, at this point in time, seeing how the fight's going and seeing that's almost over, basically, and more people are showing up, doesn't want Victor or Mink to turn around and see him under the table as he's trying to get into the games. So he quickly climbs out and up onto the couch and starts shouting at this one, saying, "Yeah, it's closing time for you. My friend Mink's gonna get you hard." And he cast Vicious Mockery. So he needs to make a DC 12 Wisdom saving throw.
They got a 7.
So he is going to take 3 psychic damage, and he has disadvantage on the next attack roll.
Excellent. Whether it is by intention or by accident, in response to you yelling at them, Mink breaks their arm. And the creature collapses onto the floor and almost immediately begins disintegrating into a pool of black liquid. You see that this is a trend copied across all the ones that have been struck down. Narcissa.
Well, honestly, seeing that everything seems so completely handled here,
There is one more here.
she has full confidence in all of the fighting ability that she sees. She will actually walk back downstairs and start walking towards where she had thrown her dagger to retrieve it. So, however you want to handle that, that's just what she's going to do with her turn. So, she'd probably take the full movement, but that's just what she's doing for this turn. She'll be like,
That-
no, they got this, and she'll go to retrieve the dagger.
All right. Theo, that makes it your turn.
Well, there is still one more, isn't there?
There is, and it's held in place.
20, 25, 30. X. So he's going to bound over and take a swing at the sucker.
Roll with advantage.
That is... Oh, with advantage, you say?
With advantage, you
The second one was a nat 20. I'll take it.
Nice.
Roll me some of that sweet, sweet double damage.
Double damage. Okay, that is 7 plus... Do I add the +2 once or twice?
So the way I do critical hits, and this is not rules as written, is you roll your damage, add any modifiers as normal, and then you double that final number.
So I rolled a 7, and I would add 4 damage. Would it be +2 and then +2 again? Or just +2? Okay, so 11, so 22 damage, apparently.
Describe to me how you kill this creature.
I wasn't expecting to do that, honestly. I think Theo is going to look shocked as his sword somehow causes this thing to, like, apparently explode. And he's just slashing right through it. Cuts him right in half. He does look quite pleased with himself.
As the creature explodes, the hand that had been around its throat floats down and pats Theo on the head, and you hear a voice from behind you. Good boy.
Theo just does that good old doggy grin.
Clink, 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 clink as his tail wags. Clink, 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 clink.
Yeah.
All right, Victor, it is your turn again. All of the assailants are deceased and dissolving into black puddles on the floor.
Seeing Theo down below, Victor's just gonna go down for just like a friendly head pet and be like, "Oh, you're such a good boy. I don't know how you're doing that, but oh, so good." And
Theo has never been happier.
I was gonna say, Theo does get a response
Haha.
if you so choose, because we are now out of combat and turn order is a loose construct.
No, he's just gonna keep that doggy grin and keep wagging his
Allowed.
tail. Yep. He's just enjoying the pets. He doesn't want to ruin it.
yeah, it wouldn't be a super long one, but it'd be fun. And then Victor would head back over to the table here to clear off the one that was up there, and yeah, just kind of.
Edmund, you just saw Theo straight up murder 2 people.
No, they attacked first. He did not commit murder.
Self-defense.
Right, no. Yeah, no, exactly. I'm going to try and think back, and have I ever seen a creature like this in
Roll
my
history.
travels? Okay. That'll be great. Ugh, that's probably... Yeah, that's just a 5. Oof. These rolls.
No.
Very well. I'm probably going to move in to about here and address Theo and say, "Hey, everybody okay?"
Theo looks around. Well, looks like it.
I am fine. Thank you for asking. The human says that is standing next to Theo.
And like Edmund will probably kind of survey the rest of the room. And if everyone looks like they're okay, he's gonna go back down and check on Volga.
Excellent. All right. Karma.
Yes.
Check in, but you doing anything?
Just she's just gonna kind of nonchalantly hop off the counter here, and like nobody needs to know that I'm interested in what's going on upstairs. So just sort of wander around the room, sniffing at chairs, rubbing on them, so the dog knows that I belong here, not him. And so on and so forth, but eventually get towards the steps at some point.
All right. We'll say you go ahead and make it up for sake of joining.
No. Karma is going to tear up the stairs as soon as she sees. I mean, there's one person on the stairs right now, but the run between the legs up the steps cat thing.
Trying to trip them. Yeah.
The cats do.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Perfect.
So are you upstairs or
PvP already?
Sure. Run past, just streak past Edmund. Yeah. Just
the zoomies.
Plot, yeah.
My family would call them lickety splits.
Behaved.
And then get up at the top of the steps and act like nothing's what? What?
Has to go on a leash. Tied up outside. They just let cats wander in off the street. It makes no sense to Edmund at all.
Liddy, what are you up to?
I see the cat barrel up the stairs and sit next to me. Try to reach my hand out to pet it. Say, who's a good kitty? Didn't know you can talk.
I'll just like sort of swing. No claws, just the like bap. Stop. It's a good dog, not good kitty.
Theo hears good dog, turns his head.
I was just about to say, does Theo hear the words good dog?
Roll perception.
Oh, that's an 8. Excuse me, that's a 7.
A 7. No, Theo does not hear the words good dog.
And that was with advantage.
Rude. you need better dice.
Alright, I'm gonna try this third set.
Eowyn, a cat just ran past you.
I'm gonna just step past and say, it sure has been an exciting evening. And I would like to walk over and check out one of them pools that you described, where the strange bone creature died.
The one on the table that's at much more convenient viewing height.
Did that one go into a pool?
Yes, they all did.
Okay. I wasn't sure because I broke its neck instead of like stabbing it or something.
Could you describe this pool to me? What do I see?
You can roll an investigation check.
Okay. Oh. That's a 7.
It is a black, inky pool. It has the consistency of blood, but it's definitely the wrong color.
And there's like no trace of like bones, or were the strange bone creature wearing clothes or anything?
They were wearing something that looked up the alley of bone armor, but there is no sign of anything of that sort.
I would like to take out one of my knives and prod at it.
While you're doing that, Zaxxon.
Zaxxon would probably step onto the end table so his head is above table height, lay his crossbow down, and turn to Victor, saying, "That was quite a marvelous fight. You're so awesome at that." And then point at them and say, "What's that? You didn't have that earlier," pointing at the paper.
You're right. Well, take it off. What can I take it off? What is it? Or
You can make a strength check to try to take it off.
cool. Strength check. 15.
You are able to rip it off, and it has in a terribly scrawled common written on it, "Rakanoth sends his regards. We will see you at the game."
Do I know that name?
You may roll history or arcana.
Cool.
Are they reading this note like right next to me?
Yes.
Victor would have read it out loud.
Oh, you read it out loud.
Oh, like Victor would have. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Great.
Zaxxon then would probably come over and say, that looks pretty painful," and reach up and touch Victor and cast a repair wounds. So that is going to heal you for 7, and it actually conjures a bandage that kind of wraps around that. And the description is in the Roll20, but it's a new spell.
So suddenly you have a bandage wrapped around your chest, Victor.
It's pretty cool.
If you don't mind me asking, would you mind if I joined you?
That would be awesome. You were quite creative out here, and I like your spirit.
And he looks really happy and goes to check on his stuff under the couch to make sure that it's okay.
Victor, an 8 history rings exactly 0 bells.
Yep. Rug.
Do I recognize that name?
You can also roll a history or an arcana.
I would like to roll a history on it. Gosh. That's a 9. A little bit better.
No bells. No bells for you. Narcissa, how we doing?
Narcissa will walk over to the bartender, hold out her hand meaningfully, and there is a gold being held between 2 fingers as she holds it towards him. "For the window, and for a question."
Yeah.
Have you ever seen these creatures before?
I'm not sure I saw them this time.
Then I suppose this is for your eye surgery as well. Thank you.
And she'll start walking back towards the stairs until she turns around and sees Matilda, apparently.
The dwarf is looking you up and down and dragging a sack full of books and scrolls larger than she is. You seem to be the kind of person who's going to make history, hmm?
Seems that way.
May I follow you and keep track of the changes you make to our world?
I am uncertain the sort of changes I bring might not be the kind you want to write about.
It's not a matter of what wants to be written down. It is a matter of what is accurate.
In that case, you are most welcome.
Indeed. She stands to the side and lets you pass.
Okay, she's gonna walk towards the stairs. Edmund, are you still there tending to the raptor, or did you go ahead and go upstairs?
I'm probably tending to her and checking her over for wounds and stuff, and probably reinforcing good behavior and here's a squirrel from the trail.
Sorry. and also have the
Carrying up
squirrel.
the stairs like
Hey,
cats
squirrels
do.
are serious business.
Says Theo. Sorry. Woo. Super sidetracked on that one.
Yeah.
That's the best. Karina loves that. I just want to throw that out there. I am a fan.
It's a squirrel carcass.
I mean, yes, you just here's this live squirrel. Narcissa comes up behind you. Ah, yes, I speak squirrel. Hold on.
Well, this
It
one's
says,
dead.
no, please don't eat me. Anyway.
Well, he's dead, so I doubt he's saying that.
Speak with Ted. Speak with Ted. Okay. She will stop aside of you at a respectful distance from said raptor, since this is, obviously yours.
Edmund, was it? Your
Yeah.
your raptor did fine work. Does it have a name?
Volga. And I kind of moved to sort of introduce her. And
Anna's post. No squirrels were harmed in the making of this session. Thank you, Anna.
I love that.
Thank you, Anna.
Yeah, no real squirrels. All completely imaginary squirrels.
Actors portraying squirrels.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I'll probably move to introduce her and say her name's Volga, and I'll try and imitate, at least to you, the way that you're supposed to stretch out your hand in a manner actually fairly similar to what you did for
Theo. Mm-hmm. Okay, I mean, if that's what you do, then she will imitate. I was going to actually ask Dallas, is there, since these are normal creatures, would we have any idea seeing one how to do it? But if you demonstrate it, she will imitate.
And he would
doing.
make an effort to demonstrate. And it was this is how you say hello.
This is how she says hello.
Dinosaurs in this setting is similar to the commonality of people having domesticated horses in modern society, where it's not uncommon, but
this is a fairly unique relationship anyway. But okay, I mean, she will do as you demonstrate, Edmund.
Yep. And Edmund will at the same time go, Volga, this is Narcissa, was it?
Indeed.
And you'll have the raptor moment in the new Jurassic Park movies. That's how it goes.
Okay.
Just the hand and kind of gently nuzzles the forehead for a bit and then steps back and probably looks at you a little quizzically.
Okay. She will definitely
You did a fine job, Volga.
And she gives a little ruffle of her tail feathers.
Yeah. And then Narcissa would probably gesture up the stairs, since that was originally where they were headed.
Okay. I'll probably allow them both to pass and then follow them up the stairs.
all right. Everyone's back upstairs. Theo, what are you doing?
He's just kind of been, whatever conversations have been going on, just sort of bopping his head back and forth, from one person to the other, whoever is speaking. But when he sees, is Edmund with the raptor with Volga?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Are you going to
So-
address the human that was ghostily patting you on the head?
Nah, he's gonna go over and say hi to Edmund. The raptor's gonna distract him.
That's a very fair point.
And he's gonna go, oh, is that your friend that you were telling me? Excuse me. Is that your friend you were telling me about? Took him off guard.
Ah, yes, it is. Well, we'll get up the stairs and we can introduce each other properly. And I'll probably go through a very similar ritual, and I'll realize that Theo, of course, doesn't have hands. So I'm just going to I'll gesture to Volga to get real close to his nose so that he can kind of smell you. You're in Vogel, probably.
I give her a sniff.
Uh-huh.
What does raptor smell like?
What does
I was
raptor
just wondering.
Chicken.
I was going to say, raptor,
another
I would
perception
imagine, have
roll?
a similar smell to chickens, which is...
Like birds. I mean, that's kind of what they were.
Yeah,
Somewhat
which is
delicious.
always awful. Birds
Yeah.
always smell bad.
Yeah. It's
Well,
a
that's
mixture.
because-
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably a mixture of that general bird awfulness and whatever their last kill was, which was some
Squirrel.
horrific. Well, yeah. Probably do get a hint of,
Theo approves.
yeah, a fresh meal.
No, the Volga seems legit. She seems chill.
All right, Victor. Further thoughts and ideas? There's quite a crowd now. You are very faint and far away.
Yeah, sorry, I really didn't say anything. Might have come back to me. I'm just not sure what to do right now.
You're absolutely fine. Edmund, you've been doing a lot because people have been interacting with you. Karma checking in.
She's just gonna flop down by the fire again because people are boring.
And
Natural.
dogs are worse.
Yeah, exactly. And there's nothing exciting going on anymore. And there's tons of things to make fun of, but it's just not worth the effort right now. So,
Liddy.
All right, so is everybody gathered at the stairs currently,
Most
This is
people are.
except for the cat and the barkeep over here at the fireplace? So I'm gonna move over to the barkeep.
It wasn't a barkeep. It was just a human female character.
Is a human female character? Okay,
Because you've moved up to the second floor. The barkeep is still downstairs.
gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna move over to the cat as I reload my pistol and try to listen.
Wow.
To the conversation.
Wow.
Oh no!
I know that was innocuous, but like suddenly Clara was just like That's fabulous and I am here for it.
But it's the cat.
The cat might have disappeared. Stealth roll.
Are you going to address the cat?
I was hoping to try to talk to it some more. If
Go
the
for
pistol
it.
scares it, though, I don't get to know that
No.
information, though. I still have one more pistol I need to reload.
Yes.
So I was doing that as my action as I was moving.
Fantastic. What do you say to the cat?
Hey, I'm sorry I scared you earlier. Please just let me know what I can do to fix it, okay?
she'll just like roll over. Fix what?
Did you
I'm
run
not
away from me?
large enough for you to ride, first of all. Do you have any brains in your head?
I think it'd just be fun is all. I'm gonna win this bet.
Ride the dinosaur. or the dog, or shrink yourself down to the size of a butterfly.
Is the cat actually talking on
Yep.
this?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Can we like just hear that? Okay. Yeah.
Edmund's
No,
like, I have
Edmund's
lost it.
Edmund's like, you sure we can't just make a sanity check, right, Dallas?
Roll to
He's,
see
like,
if
looking
losing
around,
mind.
like, I'm supposed to know this stuff.
Yeah.
Usually that's wisdom save if you would like to try and roll a wisdom save to see if you can hold on to your mind.
Do you respond to this, Liddy?
Not to what he's saying, right? With the wisdom save? As to
I
what she's
was-
saying
I
about
was
going to ride
asking
the
if-
dog instead?
Yeah, responding to what the cats say.
I didn't hear the question.
Are you responding to what the cat is saying?
About going to ride the dog instead?
Yes. Liddy, you there?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
While you're thinking, Aowen is just going to chuckle and say, "Just give me a 5 silver and be done with it."
Speaking of Evan, stabbing at the pool of blood results in what you would expect from stabbing into a pool of blood.
It just kind of gets on my knife.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have any familiarity with essence of bone demon?
No.
No.
The bone demon. It smells great.
Now,
I will.
question.
Answer.
I had stuff on this table. So, like, I don't know, like, how big is this full blood? Like, where, like, is it? Like, is it on all of my stuff?
It's
Or, like,
on some of your stuff, not nearly all.
okay. Yeah, can I, seeing Aoben poke the blood, just, like, dip a finger in it and just, like, kind of, like, smell it and inspect it? I'm trying to, like,
Yeah.
I want to make, like, a survival check to figure out, like, what these things are, maybe. Or, like...
You can either make a nature check if you want to try to, like, identify them biologically, or you can make a perception check for literally smelling their blood and seeing what you pick up.
I'll do a perception check. 12.
So, the smell you pick up is actually very triggering for you. Your memories of the first storm you witnessed are thin, but that smell is strong within it.
Hey, Dallas.
Yes.
I feel like when I asked you if I have any familiarity, the thing I was searching for was that nature check. Like.
Oh, okay. Yes, you may make a nature check to try to identify what's going on.
Cool. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a 19.
You have heard about demonic creatures that come up out of the ground when people dig too deep or excavate in the wrong areas. You cannot be certain, but you would suspect that if demons were real, these are what they would be.
Cool. I'm gonna whip out like a vial or something from my herbalism kit, and I'm gonna collect a sample with my knife.
Excellent. Note down that you have that.
Okay, so Zaxxon being very excited about being a part of this team that Victor has going, would kind of nudge Victor and say, like, it seems like things are in a bit of disarray. Are you good at leading?
Well, hopefully. And Victor's just kind of gonna, in their bag, they have like nesting like shot glasses, and is gonna pull those out and put a few down on the table and pick up. Oh, go ahead.
And at that, Zexon would start cranking his phonograph, something like a ba 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 ba.
Please do that at the end of every fight. I need you to do that at the end of every fight.
Yeah.
While you were doing the inspiring, I half wanted you to be like do 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 do.
And he kind of says, "We're going to the games."
Like while Jackson was playing that, Victor would be like pouring some of this kind of cloudy, kind of like a it kind of looks like a cloudy sake kind of liquid into these different shot glasses, and pick one up and turn around and be like, and after he says, "We're coming to the game," be like, "Yes," and do a shot.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Cool. 19.
19. You're fine. Bartholomew takes, if offered, Narcissa's hand.
Absolutely.
Shall we then, my dear, formally join with this very energetic canine and fight under the Vontarian banner?
I believe that question lies with the energetic one himself. Theo, would you accept us?
And Narcissa will wherever Madame Matilda went, gesture in Matilda's direction.
And if you don't mind, we have someone that would like to journey with us and chronicle our adventures.
As you say that, roll perception.
Yar. What is her perception? 13.
You notice that Matilda is actually following around the large furbolg creature.
Narcissa will gesture and look and go,
Or maybe not.
Doggo.
Doggo,
Do you have anything?
will you accept
Sorry,
Bartholomew and Narcissa?
I wasn't sure if yes. Theo looks at them and he says, "The more the merrier. Fine by me, as long as it's okay with everyone else, I guess."
And who might everyone else be?
Theo points his muzzle, just like a pointer dog would, at Edmund, and then over at Avon. Avon.
The female human is also standing next to you with the ghost hand floating at her shoulder. Like she belongs.
Theo does not question that.
Minklaw, for their part, is very infatuated with this talking cat and is just kind of immensely hovering. But in a friendly way. Karma.
She'll go rub up along in between their legs and, whatever. This person is now mine.
You seem like a nice little kitty. You wanna be my friend?
Sure. Friend, I don't...
Are you a tired kitty? Do you need a ride on my shoulder? There's lots of space.
Her eyes light up and she'll jump up here on the armrest here and then climb up onto his shoulders. No
You
questions asked. Yep. This is where cats belong. Way up here.
Yeah.
Leah hands 5 silver pieces to the lose the bet.
Yes. I thank you kindly.
Evan,
You're
do
not
you
welcome.
go? Oops,
Next
sorry.
time, listen to your elders.
Evan, do you go rejoin Theo and the gang Theo has rounded up?
Yeah, if I've collected my demon sample and my winnings. Yep. My work is done here.
As they take the cat, Minkla looks to the small tiefling.
Well, hello there, little person. You look lost. Can I help you?
You have room up there for me?
I think that could be arranged.
Assuming you consent to it, Minkla effortlessly lifts you up onto their shoulder.
Yes! I look glaringly at the cat.
I can Karma try to
Worth the
climb
5 silver.
onto Liddy's shoulders, which are extremely tiny, but cats still.
I mean, yes?
Wait. What do I need to roll?
Dexterity.
Yes.
Victor, Minkla shows back up with a cat and a tiefling on their shoulders. So I'm imagining the tiefling is like one leg on each side of Minkla's neck, and Karma is curled around the shoulders of Liddy.
Yeah.
That is
much.
how I'm imagining this.
Zaxxon just looks slightly downcast.
I mean, he's got another shoulder now, so you know.
Occupied.
How does Victor respond?
It probably says something just like, looks like you found some friends for us.
I think we got a pretty good team.
Oh, it seems like we're short a person. Victor
hear
still does not realize the cat is.
A person?
Yeah.
And Zaxxon says, "We're all kind of short. Well, not you guys, but half of us."
Everyone?
It literally is 2 giants and a bunch of mini people.
Yes, that is
Many,
Everyone.
many people.
It is 10 o'clock. We are going to wrap up. This was absolutely beautiful. We will do the beginning of the next session for each team will kind of be a debriefing of what happened in this scene and carry us into the starting scene for each individual group. For the sake of the audience, each group is going to be playing every other week. Starting with next Saturday, the group following Victor with the 2 giants and a bunch of miniature people is going to be playing. And then the following week, the group that had been following Theo will play. That is all for tonight. Thank you so much for listening in. We hope to see you back next week, same time, for the next installment of The Legend of Qutasa. If you like what we're doing and want to support the show, go check out our Patreon. If you'd just like to give us a tip, we will link Venmo and PayPal on our YouTube video when we upload it. Have a good night, everyone. Wash your hands and stay safe out there. Anna, take us out.